Diplomacy in the Trump era, a spectacle that has managed to turn even the most serious of international negotiations into a reality show episode. As President Donald Trump prepares to engage in nuclear talks with Iran, the stage is set for yet another round of geopolitical theater. This time, the venue is the picturesque, if not somewhat oblivious, Sultanate of Oman. Trump's administration insists on direct talks, while Iran, ever the diva, prefers the indirect route, seemingly unable to decide if it wants to negotiate or stage a dramatic exit. Our Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, is likely to grace Oman with his presence, potentially meeting Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. But like two divas on a reality show, neither side can agree on the terms of engagement. It's a game of cat and mouse, or perhaps more accurately, a game of who gets the bigger slice of the diplomatic cake. Iran expert Behnam Ben Taleblu aptly describes this as a classic case of negotiations before negotiations. Both sides are flexing their muscles, each trying to look like the one holding the remote control to this international drama. For the Trump administration, the allure of being seen as the big dog forcing Iran to the table is irresistible. Who wouldn't want to be the star of a geopolitical soap opera, especially when your ratings need a boost? After all, this administration has been eager to showcase its prowess in direct engagement with Tehran, a regime that, unsurprisingly, holds Trump in less esteem than a New York City parking ticket. Yet the question remains, is this just another episode of The Apprentice diplomatic edition? Iran, meanwhile, is no stranger to the theatrics of disdain. The regime, with its decades-long contempt for the U.S., sees Trump as a particularly bitter pill to swallow. The assassination of General Qasem Soleimani and the maximum pressure campaign are not exactly the ingredients for a diplomatic love story. As Ben Taleblu humorously points out, the supreme leader of Iran might even believe Soleimani's shoe has more honor than Trump's entire coiffure, a sentiment that surely makes for an awkward diplomatic tete-a-tete. However, the real game isn't about who has the better insults. It's about leverage. Iran's uranium enrichment efforts and its missile program are its aces in the hole. The regime's cozy liaisons with Russia and China add another layer of intrigue to this international charade. These alliances are like adding extra characters to an already convoluted plotline. Will they help or hinder the negotiations? Only time will tell. In this diplomatic dance, Trump holds a few cards of his own. Economic sanctions are the administration's go-to tool, and the threat of military action looms large, like a dramatic cliffhanger that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. Trump's recent quip about bombing Iran if talks don't proceed is the kind of rhetoric that could give even the most seasoned diplomats heartburn. Meanwhile, the clock ticks away as JCPOA-era sanctions approach their expiration date in 2025. The White House remains tight-lipped about any deadlines, yet Trump casually mentions that there's a little time left, an understatement akin to calling the Grand Canyon a nice little hole in the ground. In this high-stakes game of nuclear poker, Tehran is desperately trying to avoid a military showdown. Engaging with the U.S. in talks is a strategic move to buy time, hoping to use these discussions as a shield against Israeli intervention. After all, as long as you're chatting with America, the theory goes, Israel might hold its fire, a diplomatic tactic as transparent as a reality TV plot twist. Trump has hinted that Israel would take the lead in any military strike should talks fail, a move that could either be a genuine strategy or yet another attempt to up the ante. Israel, as we've seen, isn't shy about flexing its own military muscle when it comes to Iran. Yet despite all the posturing, Ben Taleblu warns that disarming Iran is a risky gamble. A broader strategy is needed, one that targets not just nuclear non-proliferation, but also the regime's axis of resistance. This means ramping up sanctions and developing a comprehensive plan to counter the regime's influence, both at home and abroad. The Iranian regime would prefer the world to focus on the fire of the nuclear issue rather than the arsonist behind it. After all, this is a regime that allegedly tried to take out the president himself, a plot twist worthy of the most dramatic of international thrillers. As this saga unfolds, we invite you, our audience, to share your thoughts. Is this just another episode of diplomatic theater, or is there more at stake? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this satirical take on international news, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more biting wit and clever sarcasm. Hit that like button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all things absurd in the world of politics.